What's going on, guys? Man, this video is gonna be different. You better listen up because this is gonna be different. I'm really gonna go personal, sharing some personal stuff. And I know it's gonna touch a man out there, a young guy out there, because most of my content, well, it's men that are watching. So I wanna tell you guys something that I'm going through. And I'm sure someone will relate to it, alright? So, hey, I'm almost 30 years old. A man trying to build myself, trying to get ahead. And you know what? It's so easy for us men, first of all, to get isolated. You're trying to build yourself, so you're trying to hustle, you're trying to grind. You just focus on that grind, trying to make more money, trying to get ahead in life. But then next thing you know, you find yourself, first of all, so isolated. You barely have any friends. You're barely going out because you're like, well, those people are not on my vibe, or I can't relate with them, or they're just doing something else, and me, it's just bodybuilding and lifting and working and making money, and I'm just trying to kind of make money and get ahead in life. But for what? You think about it. Honestly, I tried dating for 3-4 times, and it didn't go so well on my dates. Well, it went well on the date, but then trying to go for another date, and it just didn't feel like we were connecting. It just didn't feel like I was attracting them enough, because I'm kind of trying to check things. You know what I mean? I'm kind of trying to check things. Okay, I need a girlfriend. I need some money in the bank account. I need this amount of followers. Just kind of check my way through life and get all those little things, checking those boxes. But next thing you know, man, you end up losing yourself. You're just listening to the outside stuff. You're just listening to whatever you have to do. But then you forget, what do you want to do? What do you like? And most people, we kind of turn off this little voice inside of us. What do you like? What did you like doing when you were a child? What are your goals in life? Yeah, the society might tell you, well, you need to do this, to do that, to do this, to do that by the age of 30. And then you're pressuring yourself, you go in this rat race, and then you want to just check those things, but you end up being so void. And it's a never ending battle. It's a never ending race, up until you decide to kind of pull the plug out of this hamster wheel, and you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna live life on my own terms. And that's pretty much where I am today. I'm like, what I'm doing doesn't make sense. What I'm doing doesn't make sense. And I try to talk to a few people, and every single time you want to share your issues with people, I don't think it's the you gotta make sure that it's a good brotherhood that you're sharing your stuff with. Because first of all, unfortunately, you don't want to be sharing your stuff with women, because a lot of times they might not really relate to you, so they will give you the wrong advice. All right, you want to share your stuff with men that you look up to, and the men that can really help you and guide you in the right ways. But we don't have that brotherhood anymore. It's like if there's no more brotherhood, there's no more men's club, there's no more just men hanging out just to help and support each other. We have less and less of that, and we're so caught up into our social media. And I was caught up growing my social media, growing my YouTube, growing this. But man, you end up losing yourself, and screw that. You don't want to lose yourself, because it's even the Bible says, what is good for a man to win the whole world, but then lose yourself. And a lot of us, we just want to make a lot of money and kind of check out of life. And that was my goal. I was like, I want to have 500,000 in my bank account, and then just go to Thailand and go to Bali and just live and retire and chill all my life, making videos and work out. But what is that life? You're kind of forfeiting life. It's like if you're surrendering, you don't want to live life, you just want to hack your way till the end, and you want to check out and disappear and just spend all the time in the world doing nothing. So you're trying to find that quick thing that will make you rich, or quick thing that will help you get there and tap out fast and check out. That's not it. If you're seeing life that way, get back on yourself. Ask yourself the deep questions, and it means turning off all the outside sounds, the YouTube, the Instagram, the scrolling, this, that, because it gets very hard to hear your own voice when there's so many things around telling you what to do. And you don't want to arrive to 60, 70-year-old and be like, man, I wish I did it differently, And and dating, I went on a few dates, and a kind of dating puts you back into reality. because women, they sense things, you know, they sense things, and when they sense that a guy is in a kind of a scarcity mindset, they'll just tell you straight. Well, they might not tell you, but they might just ghost you, or they might just not be interested. And this is good because it kind of checks you and it reminds you that, hey, I got some work to do. And sometimes we don't get that. Nobody tells us. Our friend don't want to tell us, hey man, you gotta adjust certain things, or maybe you're seeing it wrong. Or even our friends don't even know. Like I have few friends, they think like I'm killing it, and I'm the most fulfilled man on earth, but that's not the reality. And when I went on dates and I realized that I was kind of in a scarcity mindset, I was like overdoing stuff. I wanted the date to work so much, and then I'm like, why am I doing this? And it's just because I'm trying to kind of check a box, you know. Okay, I have a girl, boom. All right, now maybe it's time to buy a house, boom. But I'm kind of just going for the end result. Seriously, I'm going for the end result instead of being like, hey, what do I want? What do I'm attracted to? You know. And I think that's what a lot of men end up doing, because we just I mean, life as a man is pretty hard, to be honest, especially when you're on your own. I mean, I don't have my family here, I'm on my own, and I'm just trying to grind every single day and hustle and get ahead. And sometimes you just want to get that easy way out and be like, you know what, let me just settle for a comfortable life. But that's the trap, because then that comfortable life will just come back and hit you straight in the face and knock you out, you know. So don't settle for that comfortable life. We're made to struggle. That's just the reality. But at least struggle finding your purpose and chasing your purpose and doing something that fulfills you. Even if you don't reach it, chase it. Even if you don't reach it, chase that fulfillment, that passion, instead of just chasing the outside things that will quote unquote give you a good life. A house, or this, a girl, kids, family, I don't know, a chalet where you go every weekend. Now, go chase whatever you feel like you're destined to do. And if that's your passion, just work towards it. And the process of working toward it will give you fulfillment, not the end result. You know, don't get caught up into just building stuff from the outer in, but from the inner out. And the same thing applied to social media. I got lost trying to post, and then next thing you know, I'm working out and I'm on my phone and I'm always scrolling and I'm always trying to reply the DMs, reply the comments, reply this. Screw all that. Screw all that. Let's get back to the basics. You know what? If you want to get on that journey with me, let's do it. Let's get back to the basics of finding our own self. And it starts by cutting social media. I'm not saying cut it completely. I want to use it for business purposes. And I still want to grow my brand. I still want to grow my social media. But I don't want to let it influence me. I still want to make money, but I don't want to let that race for money influence me. You know? I still want to get a girl, a nice girlfriend, a nice woman, a nice wife eventually. But I don't want to let that race influence me and enslave me, because sometimes we get slaved to those things that we're trying to get and we lose ourselves. You know, guys, I'm speaking from my heart. You know, there's no script, nothing. I never script my stuff, but yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, I want to make more of those videos, because those are the real videos where I tell you a little bit about my life. You know, I'm a personal trainer. I post some stuff on social media, grow my social media stuff, and I'm always working, always hustling. And I'm almost 30 years old, and then you realize, hey, what is the purpose of life? You know, what is it all about? I mean, I live in a big skyscraper. It feels like I'm in a concrete jungle, all building around me. You become a people pleaser because you just want to run away from all the conflicts and arguments, and that's kind of the society is trying to taper our inner voice down, because you don't want to speak up, because everybody just have to follow the same rhythm and the same cycle. And we're really in a matrix where it's some people are comfortable with it, not me. That's it for this video, guys. Hopefully I spoke something that someone can relate to. If not, well, you let me know. See you soon.